everyone, it's Babe Radio Plays, and today I'm going to be showing you some dream tips and tricks. Again, I don't want to keep you waiting too long, but I do want to say I'm going to get better camera equipment. I'm going to be trying to use a different editor, so hopefully my videos are better. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video, and if you have any other tips and tricks, please tell me. Also, thanks again for the Technoblade video. This is gonna be fun, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Also, Dream, you're a good Minecraft YouTuber. Mwah. So, what are these tricks gonna be about? Well, basically, I'm gonna be telling you a ton of Minecraft tips that I've done with speedrunning. Now, you may think, what, you do speedrunning? No, I do speedrunner versus hunt. No, it's not because I want to copy Dream and everything. No, it's because I find them fun and I like to play against Dream. And I've definitely done a ton of good things. Now, I'm not going to be doing like a ranking system because personally, I don't know if you've had them enough, but I'll just say that I have a couple of tricks that I personally think are really helpful. If you're trying to start a speed run, if you want to be a hunter or speedrunner, here are these great tips and tricks. Number 1. Being a speedrunner is really difficult sometimes because you need to find a good source of food. Hay is really good. Hay is good for making bread, which is really good. But you know what else hay is really good for? You see, in Minecraft, one of the best things is iron. And what do you do with iron? You make a water bucket. Now, the water bucket is really good because if you start falling, you could just do that and then you don't take any damage. However, if you're in the Nether, what are you supposed to do? Water just dies. Hay bales are very good for that. Now, I do know that there are other things that could probably help you. Now, in the Nether, you can use twisted vines to negate your fall. Here's the same fall. However, the problem with that is it's not memorable, okay? If you're under attack or something, you're not going to remember to use those. But a hay bale is much more accessible, especially in the overworld, to be used. And it can also, like I said, give you much better. Because it's a full block compared to a small little vine. Number 2. One item that is probably going to be the best around your journey is the birch boat, or just boat. The boat is very, very useful because most of the time when you're against a hunter, you're going to want to go onto it and run. Water is very available, and you'll find it a lot. You know what else the boat is really good at? Now, if you save enough wood, you can easily come across even the deepest waters just by doing that. Boats are also really good because you can just take an animal and just Number 3. Now, one big thing that happens is cliffs or mountains. This is the best possible thing if you're in a fight. Alright, I've noticed this. Because guess what? Once you've climbed up the mountain and everyone else is climbing up, you've instantly won that fight, no matter what they do. Why? Because if you're in a fight, you can knock them off. You know what else you can do? Pour lava on them. You know what else you can do? Pour water on them. You'd think that would actually help them, but no, you can just knock them out easily. You know what else you can do? You can easily put an anvil or something to hit them. You know what else you can do? You could suffocate them with sand. You know what else you can do? Bow them off with a bow. You know what else you can do? You can easily fishing rod them off and have them go through that endless loop. And I died to a creeper. You know what else you can do? You can hit the subscribe button, like button on this video. It literally makes you win. And you know what else is really good? And you know what else you can really do? If you're against a hunter and they're building walls above you so you can't kill them easily, you can crouch, throw an ender pearl, run away, make them be confused, and bop. There you go. You're on a whole other place and they don't even know where you are. Number 4. Shields are a very big part of the game. Shields actually make PvP completely different. because you can easily go in a 1v1, which typically feels like a luck fight. But once you add a shield to it, there's nothing they can do, because you can continuously attack in my version that I'm playing this. Now, what most people think is that if they just pop a shield, they're safe. But, however, one thing that you guys might not know is that you're not safe if you do a shield. For example, if I were to take water and I'm against another person, I place water under them, you go out of shield pose and can easily be vulnerable to attack, and it's really hard to move. And most people don't carry a lava bucket, so they have to either move out of the way with the water, or they have to block it off, or they can even sacrifice their lava, which doesn't exactly make any sense, but I guess people can do that. And fire is also really good, because the thing about fire is that I believe it can go under your armor. Well, not exactly, but no matter what, they're going to be damaged, just like the wither. And if you're in a shield and someone quickly pops, you're on fire. And if you're in a battle and someone pops out TNT, boom, you're on fire. What do? You get that out, or you put your water bucket, probably on crouching or going into your inventory, being hit. I learned those tricks, and they're actually very useful.
Number 5.
One of the biggest parts and most useful items in the game is ender pearls. You need them to make Eyes of Ender to beat the game. Now, how do you get these? Typically, you would just go up to a piglin and give them gold. But there's a problem with that. You see, the problem with the piglin is that it is a ton and a ton of different items it can give you. So you have a low chance. And on top of that, it's really hard to get gold. Alright, the best ways to do it are to find ender portal frames. Try and just find it in like a bunch of chests. Well, so maybe it's not that rare, but it's still going to be difficult. But in the Nether, one of the most recent biomes is this big blue, I don't know what it's called, this big blue biome. Now, the thing about this is that the big blue biome always has Endermen. You see, the blue forest regularly spawns Endermen a lot more than typical. And then you just look around, you'll find them easily. They're literally everywhere. And it's so just easier to just kill them continuously than doing that, than finding all the gold. Now, granted, sometimes it's okay. Gold, I actually trade with the piglins all the time.
Number 6.
Doing is one that I almost kind of already covered, and Technoblade has talked about it too. Now, while I said the high ground is really good, there's a difference between the high ground. Now, while I said the high ground is good, there's a difference between the high ground and the highest ground. Now, what you typically want to do if you're just on high ground, not the highest ground being that, you actually want to have the low ground. Now, what is that? Why would I be saying that? Because if I'm fighting someone here, you see, I'm only one person of a hitbox, and they're going to be looking down to try and hit me. But that's going to be really hard to do. Especially if I'm blocking, I'm knocking them away, which also can be used on the cliff, but I forgot to mention that. So if you want, you could just block and then have them hit themselves inevitably. But if I'm in this small little container hitting them, it's harder to hit me back. Right? I'm just gonna keep moving forward. Their best bet is to just start blocking. But if they don't have a shield, they're in big trouble.
Number 7.
My last tip and trick I have for you is another one about the Nether. And trick is really useful. Now look, I know that this Nether portal is very, very ugly. Now a hunter will typically immediately follow you. But there's one thing that you can do that will really make a difference. Now I actually recorded a speed run, but I didn't add this in the video because I stopped filming at the time because the video was getting long. Essentially what I did was I got a lava bucket, and to solve this, I went up, I placed one thing of lava, and done. Easy. This is extremely good because a they'll want to do is they'll probably rush and run into the lava. But what is something you can do even better? You can knock them into lava. Because guess what? Their items will burn. Now, if you don't want their items to burn, this isn't the best tip. But if you just want to kill them, it is good. Now, however, if you already have better stuff and you don't want them to have any stuff, do this to make them burn. Also, another good thing is that they're trapped in the box. The last thing is that once a hunter goes into here, they're trapped. They can't get out. Because until you leave the nether portal, it's just going to be swirly. And it's really going to be hard to see. And as a speedrunner, you can either hit them in the lava or not. And if you're in there, there's no possible way to get rid of it. It's right above. So you have to suffer through it. And like I said, if you're a hunter, what you can do is you can be hitting them the entire time. So, and that is extreme. So guys, that's the end of the video. I swear, if you didn't learn one thing from this video, not a single thing, then you know what? Props on you. You're probably a really good speedrunner and hunter. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please, if you're watching this and you haven't watched, please hit that subscribe, alright? Look, I know I'm a small channel, and you might even be watching this on like some account you don't want to subscribe to, but guess what, alright? What you think they're gonna find out? You think they're gonna see you? Subscribe to 71? Look, I'm not bad. Okay, so honestly, if you do hit that, I will be eternally happy. Alright? Happy because of you. Alright? And if you want me to do this again, tell me. Whether it's the like button, the subscribe button, or it's the comments. So I hope you enjoy. And also, if you would like me to do... Also, if you want me to play a game or have something recommended, recommend it. Okay, hope you guys have a great day. I love you all who are subscribed. I don't care. I love everyone. Okay, goodbye.